Good morning, everybody. Today is August 29th, and this is Flosstube number 3, and welcome to Elizabeth's World, and I am Elizabeth. Today I'm going to share with you 4 projects. 2 of them are new starts. I got some random haul, and a little bit of a life update, and I'll start with that. Last Flosstube, I was, on my soapbox encouraging everybody to wear sunscreen, and I had a spot on my face that was under biopsy. Well, that spot did come back as basal cell carcinoma. It is a skin cancer, caught early. It is 100% curable. Mine was caught early, but I did have to go through a Mohs, M-O-H, surgery, which, long story short, you are awake during the surgery. They numb up the spot. They, shave off however much they shave off, dig in there and get it off your skin, send you out to the waiting room to wait about an hour for the lab results to come back. If it's still showing positive as basal cells in your skin, they go in and take another little layer off, put that in the lab, and then once the tissue comes back clean, you're good. Very effective surgery for this type of skin cancer. I only had to go through it once, so they got what was there the first time around. It is nerve-wracking. I did have stitches. I had Band-Aids, swelling, was basically under doctor's orders to do nothing for a week, stay inside until the stitches come out. And I had no problem with that. I got a lot of cross-stitching done, but what's strange about this whole thing, well, the whole thing is horrible, but it is what it is, and there's worse things. Well, when the doctor was stitching me up, literally, I'm laying there, you're awake. She covers kind of part of your face with a towel or paper or something, and she's got my head tilted and she's doing her repairing. And the scar will get lighter and lighter. It's not always going to be this dark, but I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm living. But I literally laid there wondering, is she doing a tent stitch? Is she doing a cross stitch? I asked her, and she was doing a running stitch because that helps with the less scarring. And I hear a little snip, snip of the scissors, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I have cross stitch on the brain. I know exactly what she was doing just by the sounds. It's kind of ew. But anyway, I'm good. I still want to preach to everybody, wear sunscreen. Even if on a cloudy day, wear sunscreen. But that's my life update. It slowed us down. We did some hiking earlier prior to the surgery, and I've just been kind of taking it easy. And I got a lot of cross-stitching done on the few projects that I am working on. I have 5 going. I've worked on 4 of them, and 2 of them, the new starts, are more for my traveling. So we're going to have some traveling coming up, and so I needed something to take for the downtime. So let me show you. Let me get right on into it. We have from Tiny Modernist. They were giving out a free little. They give out free. A lot of people give out free patterns, but I chose one off of their site and printed it out. I know we're not supposed to show the pattern itself, but it all kind of comes up on one page, which is kind of nice. It's a little turkey. So that is one that I started, and I'll give thanks. It's only, as you could see, 16 count is what I'm using, 16 count Aida, and it's only going to be about like 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches, and so it's going to be a tiny little thing, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing with it, but I have some ideas. I got a little bit of a start, the 16 count. Let's see here, let me put it on, here we go. 16 count Aida by Charles Craft. I'm using the Called for Colors. And I've got his little turkey body and his little turkey legs. But you can just see how tiny it is. Isn't it cute? It's not going to be like a very big one, but that's going to be easy to take places. So that's that. And I'm using 2 threads over 1 cross, full cross. And pretty much all of my cross stitches are 2 threads over 1 full cross. I've never done one with 10 stitch. And let's see here, the next one is one I got off of Etsy. And this one's going to be more like a, I don't know, fit in an 8x10 frame. And it's called Nature. And it's an airplane window looking out over a beach. And all this blue back here, I mean all this color here is cross stitch. So it's a full coverage piece. And I'm trying to get it ready for travel. So I'll have mainly like fill-ins and stuff. Going on a big trip pretty soon in October. And the turkey and this is something I want to take. And I think what I'm going to do once this is done is have I just kind of put it in my gift stash. And it would make, I worked and retired from an airline. And I have friends that are probably coming up on retirement in the next, 2, 3, 4 years. And I think something like this, working for the airline, looking out airplane window, it would be a great retirement gift. And I could put, personalize it somehow with some words and stuff. But this is how far I've gotten. And as you can see, the outline there, I'm saving all the inside for traveling. And I'm trying to get this part enough to where it's outlining it to where it's a good, just to fill in. And yeah, that's what that looks like right now. It's cute. And I think then, even with it filled in, I can do some sort of lettering, writing maybe to personalize it. But this has been a fun one. Now this one also is done on the 16 count stash that I had. And I'm really liking that. And then the next 2 are big ones. One is the monochrome and one is full of confetti. So they balance each other out. Long Dog Sampler. I'm sure everybody have seen this, but this is Long Dog Sampler, Lo and Behold. I start in the lower left-hand corner and I'm going to work my way up. I'm a bottom starter, so lower, middle, or left, right, or middle on the bottom. That's usually how I start, and then I work my way up. And so that's the pattern, and this is how far I've gotten. It's kind of hard to, let's see here if I can, trying to get good at this. Let's see here. So that's what the whole thing looks like so far. So again, working my way up. This is probably, I'm on the 3rd page going up, and it goes 4 high. But I'm using number 3842 on the DMC. And it's been super fun to stitch. And it is such a mind relaxer. I tell you, these cross stitches have gotten me through some mental worries. And so to sit down and be able just to rest your mind. But this one, 14 count Aida, 201. Now, some of the white does show through, but for some reason on the samplers, I like that. It's kind of primitive. You see the X's. I don't know how good the camera is picking this up, but This has been really, really fun. And you know, anything on these big projects, if any fabric is going to be up to the task, it's going to be Aida. And I love working on Aida mainly because my eyes, I can see to stitch. Some of those tinier fabrics and like the linens, I struggle some. So I like them, but I probably should maybe get a magnifier at some point in time and may be better successful in working on something besides 14 and 16 count Aidas, even though there's some pretty cool ones out there die wise. And I do have a few of those in my stash. I just haven't used them yet. Okay, and then my focus piece, I've showed you this in the last one, and I'll show you my progress on every floss tube until it's done, is what I would call my legacy piece. The artist is Abraham Hunter. I got it off of Artisy website, and it is From the Ashes. It's going to be a big one, like 30 inches by 40 inches. Absolute ton of confetti, but From the Ashes by Abraham Hunter. And I have started in this corner, you know, so I'm going to work my way up. A lot of confetti, but that's where I've started. It thins out up here, so I know that when I eventually, in 3 years, get to this top portion, it'll go faster. I'll say right now, I don't have an app. That's another thing I might eventually get, to track the exact stitches I've done and what percentage I'm at, but doing a rough math, I would say I'm about 10% done. I'm right in there. So let me show you that. I got it folded, folded, folded. So this is how much I have got done. It might be a little over 10%. There's 77 pages of pattern, and I've done 8 full ones and like 3 little partial ones. The bottom ones are just little. But let's see, bringing it in, can kind of see, I mean, the detail is just incredible. Every time I stitch on it, I give it a couple hour session, and then I take it and unroll it all and throw it out on the bed. And so I can stand back from a distance, and I'm just, oh my goodness, because when you're stitching up close, you don't realize the artwork coming alive so much. It's just more pixelated, but to stand back and look at the progress each and every session, it just inspires me. I just want to keep going. I put it away, and then I want to bring it back out. So that's my From the Ashes. And now, I guess last but not least, I have, well, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, just 3 things that I bought, very random. I first got at Hobby Lobby in their fall stuff, and you know, if you all you crafters out there probably shop at Hobby Lobby and Michael's and Joann's and thrift stores and all that. Well, Hobby Lobby has their fall stuff 40% off, and so these normally $2.49 were $1 something, maybe $1.79. But anyway, they're a pretty good size. As you can see, they're little paddles, like, and watching some of the floss tubers, you know, finish things on items like this inspired me to buy these. And maybe my little turkey will go on one. We'll see. I'm getting ahead of myself here. But anyway, I picked up a few of these to experiment on, and they're very good quality, real wood. I like they already come with a hanger. And then I was at Michael's to buy a color of thread I needed. I never go in the store. I would say, oh, I just need one color. I never come out with just one color. I come out with stuff. And this time around, I came out with picture mats. So these are normally like $6 or $7, you know, at Michael's, these double mats. And as you know, like you see behind me, my art rack, when I don't quite know what to do with the finished piece, I don't know, fully finishing, I don't always fully finish, but just to display these and be able to enjoy them, I put them in this art rack underneath the mat. And that I can share them with people too. If they come in and want to see some stuff I've made, they have fun looking at that. Well, anyway, I was perusing the clearance aisle, and it was, you know, those are always just such a mess, but on the bottom shelf there was this stack of these mats. They're 11 by 14. They hold an 8 by 10 picture, and they're just $2. So it was like, okay, I could not pass that up, and I'm sure you understand. So anyway, I got 8 of them. I'm gonna stick them in my stash. So I guess when I'm out there these days, I've been thinking about finishes, because everything I see, I'm like, oh, I could use that with my cross stitch. Oh, I could use that with my cross stitch. So I did. I got those. $2 each. I couldn't pass it up. And they only had 8, so I bought all 8 of them. And then the only other thing I bought was just something that touched me here. And that is, I don't know if you know who Bob Ross is. It's an ornament, but he does stand on his own 2 feet. So I put him on a shelf in here. He inspires. There was a show about Bob Ross. He died at a young age of cancer. But there was a Netflix series or a Hulu series, but it was like a couple episodes maybe a few years ago. And it was interesting. So this guy, he spent like 20 years in, I want to say, the Air Force, in the service. And he retired in the service at a fairly young age as a master sergeant. So serving your country is admirable, number one. But in the service, he took a painting class and was hooked. He got this bug, and he got out of the service and made a living right from his, his beautiful visions in his heart and in his mind. He created mostly Alaska type landscapes, mountains and forest. And he had a little TV show, but this man lived and breathed creativity. To the day he died, I mean, he found so much joy in it, and he shared that joy. And I think he even had a TV show that called The Joy of Painting or something. So he tried to pass that on, and in simple techniques, teach people that watched his show how to paint. But anyway, I saw this ornament, and I thought, well, I'm going to keep it out year round. And I just kind of put them up in my craft room here on a little shelf. And so anyway, he was at Hobby Lobby on the Christmas ornaments, and I totally did not go in for Bob Ross, but I came out with him. I told my husband I need it. Well, anyway, I hope everybody has a great day and gets their lots of stitching, gets their mind relaxed, finds good deals in the stores, and whatever you do, have a beautiful day.